All right. To be a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, God the Father has to be number one. That means let's say, for example, if I have my mom as the number one priority in my life, she can't assume that position. My wife can't assume that position. My children, my job, my money, nothing can assume that position. Love has to be number one. This is what he was telling the rich young ruler. If you saying that you want to be a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, or you want the kingdom of heaven, the rich young ruler have been doing the commandments since he was a child, which means he was prepared to be a citizen. He was already walking in the love of God. Jesus said, "There's one thing that you lack of. There's one that's in the Father's seat inside your soul. There's someone that you're serving out of fear." Which versus when you go to God, or the Heavenly Father, you're gonna have to serve in love. So that will make God number one, because you're going to serve the one who's serving us all, who's serving the most. So he told the rich young ruler, "Go with all your possession that you have, go and sell and give to the poor." Now, a person says, like, well, why would God want to do that? Because love has to be number one. If you love your riches, if I love my mom more than I love God, if I love my wife more than I love God, God can't be number one. See, this is why this is now take this. This is very important. There's no fear in love. So if I'm willing to, if I'm afraid to not have those things, and like if I'm afraid to not have my mother number one, if I'm afraid if I take her down from there, I don't know what's going to happen to me, then love hasn't found me. So we come to God halfway. We come to God doing the commandments. We go to church. We fast. We pray. We tithe. We do all that. But then Jesus would say, "There's one thing that you lack of. There's something sitting in the Father's seat," which means in your soul you were made, like how you were created. You was made purposely for God's glory, which means for God to commune and be in oneness and fellowship and relationship with you. But if someone is inside your soul, is a place where he's supposed to be able to come and dwell with you and be able to talk to you. We will call this walking in the cool of the day. So if there's someone that's sitting in his seat, that means you have exalted something or someone to be the most high. You have placed, like in most cases, we have placed loved ones, we have placed of materialistic things, we have placed financial increase, whatever. We have placed like